rehabilitated. They just can't.
But the recidivist rate is so high because once you get on those mind-altering drugs, it's hard to get off.
That's what I'm saying.
And a lot of times you push that stuff in certain areas.
Right.
Like crack is pushed in the city, but
Right.
it's not pushed in the suburbs.
Right.
Amphetamines and all that is pushed in the suburbs. Well, you know.
You going to jail for the crack.
Exactly. You're going to go to jail for anything if you're black in the city.
Right.
I mean, just busy being black. Just BBB. You just walk, they're going to lock you up. Have a beer, they're going to lock you up. Whereas up north, they'll give you a knob and call it one. But if you're on the south side, you busy being black, it's over.
But you know, but that's where the Fit Village comes in. I tell the young people on my job, I drive for a living, and I get drug tested, you know, at least twice a year, sometimes 3 times, been 3 times before. And I did not know, I hate to sound square, I did not know weed stay in your system a long time. I can't count the brothers who've had problems because they smoke a little weed and you're off the job, man. Job be paying $6,000 an hour to get you for that stuff, man. And the kids say, "What's wrong with weed, Mr. Sims?" I'm like, it's a game. They trying to put you in jail. Do you understand that? I mean, I don't think a lot of kids understand that. They trying to put the white man ain't out to get us. I'm like, how come the people don't understand it? The system's about, the mythical white man is still there. It's part of the system. I mean, it's, you know, the penal system, the schools, everything.
When you have a group of people who have conditioned you to believe that slavery doesn't exist,
right?
But you never hear a Jew say the Holocaust never existed.
Yeah, they tell you about.
They constantly remind
you about Holocaust,
about what the people did to them. But yeah, we always on a parallel. I mean, we say 40. The God put Moses in the desert for 40 years, and then he went da da da. Then we say, well, we was in slavery for 400 years.
Right.
But yet, slavery isn't the reason why we having all these problems.
Yeah, they don't mention that happened over 150 years
Right.
ago. Come on,
but
still with us, man.
We watch the 10 Commandments and all that shit there every Easter.
Right.
And watch what happened with Pharaoh.
And crying over the Jews, I know.
Exactly.
Crying,
the parallel is the same.
Right.
And that's, one teaches religion and one teaches a community. Don't let that happen again. You know, we happened in the Holocaust, don't let it happen again. Whereas black folks, we get put right back into slavery every day.
So you say the integrationists and assimilationists have done more harm than good?
And to some degree, yeah, because we become complacent with that. We don't try to take control of our community no more. Whereas back then we took control of our community because that was the only thing we had. You couldn't run to the suburbs and run away from that group of people that you felt was a pariah.
But now you
had to deal with them. Right.
We can run now.
You know, like when Dr. Cosby came here and he talked about it, he said we got it all backwards. We're on a group of people that praised the dope guy.
Right.
You know, he can move on the block and he can they just wake up in the morning and put somebody on the corner. And we just put a sign in the window, we call police, but we don't.
Well, like I said, I'll be honest with you, I know you're the police, AJ, but I don't trust the police. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If they was up there shooting over there, they up there clowning, that's okay. They over here, they run between the house.
But see, that goes back to the old slave mentality. We don't trust the police,
right?
But you don't have to trust me in order to get my community straightened out. With my community more important than trusting the police.
But you know what I'm saying? But even my neighbor, all that. I see we're friends, but I can't trust. I don't go to the Catholic because I don't trust the police.
Right. The same people that cry is their sons and their daughters out there doing that.
Right. Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I had a partner and he and I love him to death. He frat and all that, whatever. And we talked, and in the same all the stuff he talked about the same kids and what they didn't do and what they didn't do. And his nephew was the biggest dope dealer in the damn neighborhood.
He a police officer?
No, he was an electrician.
He was electrician. Okay, and his son was
his nephew.
His nephew. Oh yeah.
So you see,
why he called the police on the nephew, right?
Again,
right.
That's what I'm talking about. Right. And as far as the mistrust of the police, any black man, even myself, would be somewhat hesitant.
Right.
If I wasn't the police, and even as the police, I'm still hesitant because I know you have that type of element within that system.
Right.
And what are they gonna do? So you have to deal with it in a different way. As an African American police, we have a double whammy as opposed to what the citizens have because we're watched by everybody. We're hired mercenary. If we don't do our job, then we're selling out.
Right.
If we do our job, we're selling out.
Right.
We can't win, but when we try to get each other and say, hey, look, if we come together and try to do something, 9 times out of 10 they be like, man, I don't want no problems. I got a good government job. I don't want to come to Cornelius Wilson benefit because I don't know if the man is watching me.